You know, inevitably, when Disney stars decide to inform the world that they're not a little girl anymore, and they have to have their strip video to show I'm a woman now. Based on the circumstances with which I first watched Blood, Sweat, and Tears, I thought, oh man, is this their "we're not little boys, we're men now" video? Welcome back to Wings Week. This is the final video. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. First time I saw it, first couple times I saw it, didn't really know how I felt about it. Ended up watching it on repeat, ended up reading the book, ended up loving the video, ended up watching a lot of reaction videos to Blood, Sweat, and Tears because I love / hated seeing people's reactions to it. Swore to myself I didn't think I would ever cover this video. I don't know how to do Wings Week without doing this video though. So obviously this is not a first reaction. I have seen this video many times, and I'm not going to break it down and explain the video to you as BTS intended, because there is a much better video doing those two things than I could possibly do. I will also link that up here in the cards and down below. I've seen the video a lot of times before I watched her video. Are you guys ready for this? Are you guys ready? I swore I would never do this video. I'm really nervous about doing this video. Again, you and I, two friends who've watched this video a lot before, and we're just gonna talk about how as we watched it, our feelings and thoughts on it evolved, all right? I'll start by saying I thought that it was so super sexual. I had really conflicting feelings the first time I saw it, just because it seemed out of character, but it's because I wasn't taking it all in and I didn't know what I was looking at. There are things I want to explain to you based on the explanation video, but it's not my place. That video is so much better. But I will say, notice they are paired up in twos. That's very important through the whole thing. If you haven't watched the explanation video, they're paired up in twos. It's not an accident who's paired up to who and why. And they're paired up through the whole video. Jin's shirt makes my color. Look. Oh, Mom, stop. Sorry. Hopefully she won't text again. During this, I mean. That's so beautiful. Sugar. Sugar and Jimin. I like how they look like a spider when they do that. I like how he's literally in limbo, hanging there. Alright, that right there. Look at this. Okay. Okay, so you 3 shots here. Okay, at this point, actually I'm noticing new things here. Think about this. At this point, we had a close-up of all 7 members. We have Jin, who is looking very distraught, perplexed, contemplation. Then we have the other 6 guys doing their thing. And again, I'm not gonna go into the full explanation of what they're doing. You can either piece together by watching it and being really smart and insightful, unlike myself, or you can watch that other video and have them spell it out for you. Then, when it breaks into their sort of individual scenes, Jimin, and he's looking hyper sensual, got that deep V-neck. Let's just take it back a bit. Let's just take it back to this shot. I love this shot. All right, and play.
Even going back, I'm not doing this. So you have, first you have Jimin, then Jungkook, then Jimin again. And Jungkook shot. Our first solo singer is Suga. Then RM. And then Hobie. So we have our three elders saying solo first. And they all have this air of, oh. And then you've got V. Oh, I'm so not articulate. Look, okay, this is crazy. V, Jungkook. Do you see what I mean, that hypersensual? I mean, if you're not super familiar with this video, but the three elders have an air of, it's like the version of Old Money, but for confidence. Weathered confidence, seasoned confidence. As to where the younger ones definitely have this super hyper. There's almost an anger in the three older ones. See? Yeah. I mean, I've never thought of this before like this. And then you've got Jimin, Jungkook, and V, who are like newly embracing. I love that scene right there. What I picked up in time, I mean, obviously the song and video has to do with the loss of innocence, with accepting a new reality, lifting the veil. Also, I did not know until reaction videos all that candy color liquid is absinthe. I didn't know.
He too was a tempter. He too was a link to the second. The evil world with which I no longer wanted to have anything to do.
Suga. Suga, you're my boy. Oh! Something about him playing piano, playing organ, anything. It's so beautiful. God, that's beautiful. So yeah, when you watch first reactions to this, it's pretty much how everybody's first reaction is, what the is going on? Since I've seen it a lot. I think I'm going to try to remember below to link to some of my favorite reactions to Blood, Sweat, and Tears. A couple of them are so good. Because nobody knows what's going to happen when you're new to watching this video. This was so uncomfortable to watch for like the first dozen times, which it's meant to be. Okay, and to me, obviously this is where everything changed, and it was meant to. I'll go ahead and finish for the sake of finishing this, but there's a very clear reason they did the break where they did in the song and video, where they have the line from Demian, then they cut to the guys running out of the museum, Yoongi playing the organ. All of that is very, it's where things change in the video. Even though it's the same scenes they've been showing in the video, it's where you actually see the plot twist. And it took me some time. Again, this is before I even watched the video explaining it or read the book. I realized there was something different at that moment. Yes, all the guys have a strong air of sensuality through the first part of the video. I'm really confused because they splice it with these super innocent looking scenes, especially of the younger guys, where when the music starts back after the organ break, there's nothing innocent about any of them anymore. Jungkook and Jimin are suddenly very grasping at themselves in a state of sort of ecstasy, and the only shot it shows of either of any of them in a sort of innocent state is a broken innocent state, when it shows Jimin pull the blindfold off his face and the tears are there, the colored absinthe tears. His innocence is gone and he knows it. So it still isn't innocent. But it's also not a full acceptance yet. And then like seconds later, it shoots to this like flicker of him in a state of total surrender to ecstasy and the veil being lifted. Any of this make sense? Or am I just word salading all over you? All right. I love that he can play instruments. I mean, they all can. It's amazing, but it's sad that amazing musicians can play instruments. It's so weird reacting to this video. This video gives me still a weird level of butterflies and discomfort and joy all at the same time. And there's this little smirk right there. And see, like, Jungkook's on the bed, panting out of breath. Jimin's clutching at himself. They The weird thing about this whole video and song is, I know there's 7 of them dancing there when they're in the group shot, and yet I can never find Jin. It's really bizarre. He's so hidden among the 6 of them during that scene. He does not have any solo lines in the whole song, but he's also a central focus of the video. So weird. I'm still discovering a lot of new content from BTS, or a lot of videos I haven't seen of theirs, music videos as well as other content. And when I did discover Blood, Sweat, and Tears, was kind of a weird night and situation anyhow for me too, but in light of the things that I had already seen of BTS, Blood, Sweat, and Tears upon my initial watching felt very like, you know inevitably when Disney stars decide to inform the world that they're not a little girl anymore, and they have to have their strip video to show I'm a woman now. based on the circumstances with which I first watched Blood, Sweat, and Tears, I thought, oh man, is this their "we're not little boys, we're men now" video? I'm glad I kept watching it to try to understand my confusion about it. That's why the algorithm ended up suggesting to me, here's a video on what Blood, Sweat, and Tears actually means and where it came from. Before I even got to that video though, I knew it wasn't their coming out, we're grown men video. I knew it had to do with the loss of innocence. There are so many references to veils being lifted, to, what is that? Is that a sculpture, a statue of Mother Mary that just absolutely shatters toward the end of the video? Then you've got Jen's face shattering at the end of the video. It reminded me initially of one of those things I would have watched in the 90s of, you know, people drew pictures and made paintings trying to be artsy and cool, but like not having a real meaning behind it. So it was a huge relief to me to realize that there's not only a meaning behind this video, but a lot of meaning behind this video, and that it is not in a vacuum alone. Everything BTS had done up to this point was leading up to this. Everything they've done since has been an evolution of this, which is life, which is Demian, which is freaking reality, man. And anyhow, there's so many things I want to say about this video, but I'm not willing to. I wish we were here in person and that we could talk about it. Now that I've done this, I'm gonna get back to my regularly scheduled program. Again, this is Ashley Sue, and this is Girl Meets Fire, where I do commentary on midlife, mental health, and BTS. Remember, you never walk alone.